Okay, welcome to the shortwave radio channel. So here you see the two, I would say, at first glance, the two twins. But like twins in life, there's always little differences. In this case, big differences. A lot of people really didn't like my review of the original Eton Elite 750. Because they thought of whatever, or they felt personal attacks for some reason. I don't understand that. But overall, this is a rather crappy radio for the price sold, because of a bandwidth that is so large when you're wide that it's unusable. And no, it is not because like a 40-year am told me that I didn't know what to talk about. It's a flaw, okay? And it's off frequency. There's even one comment today says is even more off frequency than what I showed. So imagine, in every Grundig, every Eton, every Tecsun are. If you can't see it, that's a different thing. You need to have the experience to notice the flaws. So if you think yours is fine and mine is, broken, no, they're all like that. This is a analog PLL receiver. It has a BFO, and it is like radios were built back 20 years ago. No DSP chip, no nothing. It was just a simple PLL receiver. It's sensitive in everything. It's just that the flaws that it has makes it, an uninteresting radio, basically. So what Eton has done, or Tecsun, sorry, has done, is bring this one to life. Something like 20 years later, or I don't know when the original was first sent out, at least 15 years ago. This is a new version. And the new version is a whole new design. First of all, look at the color. Mine is black on the Eton here. I wonder if there was a gray version. If somebody can maybe say, yeah, I got a gray version, because it's definitely not the same color. This one is a gray color. But yeah, they do look alike. The buttons are placed in the same spot. I mean, they've used and recycled a cool design. I have to say, if you like radios, this is a cool design. It's definitely a cool design. And it's a big radio. If you like big radios, yeah, it's a big radio. But they've improved inside with a brand new electronics. And this is a triple conversion. It has a DSP chip, but the DSP isn't where you tune. The DSP is used for the high intermediate frequency stage, and also for the digital processing capabilities. So there's no muting on this radio. Like the original doesn't mute because it's a PLL analog. This doesn't mute also because it is a PLL receiver. There's a million things that are way better, including the fact that there's no wide narrow setting for the filters, for example, like on the original, because this is using the DSP chip filtering. So there are 4 or 5 different bandwidth settings, which is so much better. There's a lot of more interesting options on it. The audio is good, tunes well. It is a huge improvement. I need to test it more, and I will explain exactly what I found on this radio that I need to test more. So some of you might know that a lot of the Tecsun receivers in single sideband have a flaw, and that above 20 megahertz the oscillator gets unstable, and if you try to tune 10-meter bands, for example, on many Tecsun receivers, the audio is completely distorted. It's impossible to understand. I need to test this because propagation was not giving high frequencies a good chance for me. So I tried several times to see if 10 meters was open or a CB band was open, and there was really nothing much. Even 15 meters was not that great. So it was hard for me to go out and test this. And I did yesterday, late around local midnight, find two guys on the CB band on channel 20, 27205, upper side band. Although their voice was good enough to easily understand what they were saying, I heard a hint of distortion. And that's why I need more signals and more testing. I even thought of using like a low, one of my, maybe my CB radio, or even my Yaesu, put it in the lowest power possible, and record what it sounds when an SSB signal is received on either 10 meters or on the CB band. So I can't confirm yet. One thing is it did sound better than the distortion we get on some other Tecsun receivers, but yet I need to confirm. So I have to hear more signals on a high frequency range to see if that flaw is there, because that would be the major flaw of this radio. Because honestly, a lot of what I see and a lot of what I did, this radio is absolutely fantastic, and it's so much of an improvement over the original. I mean, you know, the original has a BFO on SSB, which means you could technically tune up to 1 kilohertz off, and you don't know. This one, it doesn't have a BFO. It's a fine tune because it tunes directly on the frequency, which means you don't have to guess. You just tune the frequency where the signal is, and it tells you the exact frequency. The frequency calibration also option is amazingly cool, because it means this radio, you know, it's exactly on the frequency, something that doesn't happen on the original. So there's so many things like that. The fact that here I don't have to use the narrow filter, because the wide filter is so wide that it's a crappy radio and you can't hear stuff when signals are close apart. On this one, the 5 bandwidth choices gives you exactly what you need. So it's a huge improvement. Even people that have the original should really think about the new one, because man, it's another world. Now, if you love the original, don't hate me. Don't send me hate words or whatever, because be happy, okay? You got it and you're happy with it, with probably what you do. It's fine. It's fine. But when you're advanced technically, when you are to a level where you need a good radio, you understand the flaws and you know that there's a lot better out there. That's mostly it. So more testing to come. I need to really check this out on the high frequency range above 20 megahertz a lot more. If it's not for that, the rest is quite fantastic. I gotta say that Tecsun kind of learned from its mistakes of the past, probably. One of the things that's kind of funny is the tuning. When you press the shortwave button to tune and find the international broadcast stations, what's funny about it is that it tunes a couple of frequency ranges that it shouldn't tune, so it makes it longer, and it's kind of useless. So it's a small flaw, but you know, honestly, it's a very small flaw. It's not something that's, you know, a game changer for anyone. I don't think so. The scan speed's a little slow, but once again, these are minor details that it still scans and still gets your station, so just wait a little longer. So nothing's perfect in life. I can cope with that, and the radio has a lot of capabilities and a line out, several types of outdoor antennas, plugs or connectors, which is kind of cool. I mean, rotatable antenna here is really nice when you're tuning long wave, medium wave. So there's a lot of stuff that's kind of cool. But a little more testing, and anyone that doesn't understand that this is a million times better than this, well, maybe you're okay with this. That's all. But for the pricing, a lot of people are going crazy saying, "Oh, it's $600." It's not. There's no official pricing. Honestly, and Onco will post an official price at some point. I guess that will be the price point. Maybe it could go on sale. I don't know. I expect it to be in the $300-ish range, maybe a little more. So yeah, it is expensive, definitely. But it's a big radio. We don't see big radios a lot. And you know, my review's coming up tomorrow or Tuesday at the most. I just need to have a few more signals on the higher range. If I don't find them, I'll create them myself to test out if it works well. So first observations and what I have to say with this, and kind of cool to be testing this out. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.